Welcome to episode 9 in Discovery Health's digital wellbeing video series, the 10-part series that's designed with the whole family in mind. Parents and caregivers need to know how to manage the serious risks to a child's mental and physical safety that exist online, and teach their kids to do the same. I'll be empowering you on all you need to know on this front in each of our 10 videos. Today we're tackling a really important topic on the digital health front, cyberbullying, or the use of electronic communication and digital devices to bully someone else. Later, we will hear from Joe Black, famous South African musician and anti-bullying campaigner, sharing his insights on why supporting children to navigate cyberbullying is so important. If you're a parent or caregiver to a child, I'd like to ask you to think back a moment. What was your experience of bullying as a child? Maybe kids at school made fun of what other kids were wearing or what they looked like. For victims of bullies, there was the relief of leaving school, knowing that at least until the next day, they had a reprieve from the bullying. In today's online world, children don't get to escape their bullies. They are connected to them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through their devices. Today, the bullying comes home with your child, and it is very hard to stop. It can feel endless and have a devastating impact on a child's self-esteem and mental health, sometimes leading to self-harm and even suicide. From the surveys conducted by Be in Touch across South African schools, we can see that by grade 9, over 40% of kids report having been cyberbullied. These stats can be attributed to 3 main issues. Number 1, the majority of children's devices have no parental controls installed on them to help parents monitor them. Number 2, devices are kept in bedrooms overnight. And number 3, nighttime is prime time for cyberbullying. So, what can we do about it? Joe Black, a musician, TV star, and founder of Be That Guy, Be That Girl, an anti-bullying campaign, is here to share his thoughts on what our children are experiencing and how we can help them.
The other thing I also do is I think the term bullying has been so easily used and thrown around that about 70% of bullying cases aren't really bullying. It's rudeness, arrogance. It's, if I tell you now, listen, dude, you're fat. I'm not a bully, I'm being rude. If I do it over a period of time, that becomes, breaking you down, going into your character. So that's also what my brother and I try to do. All I can go on is first of all, we got the Heroes Anonymous app, which, is an anonymous tool where kids can report anything from bullying to suicidal tendencies, to fighting, everything. And what we've gathered there is the fact that cyberbullying has spiked. Because kids these days, everything happens online, social media, and all that type of stuff. After I've done a school talk, I normally get about 50 messages from kids saying, listen, this is what I'm going through, and thank you for doing this, or just opening our eyes. So I reckon bullying in a whole has picked up. Online cyberbullying has basically taken over, because if you bully at school, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of eyes on you. Social media, it's me and you. What we do here in this space, if no one else has access to their platform, this is us, and because I'm on this side of the screen, normally you can't see my face. When I try and break you down, there's a sort of no remorse anymore, because I can't see your facial expression. I can't see what my words or what my actions do to you. I reckon that's why the term keyboard warriors and that, I'm a musician, I'm an adult, and if you see the amount of negativity on my social media where people would just rip into you, but it's because they're sitting on this side and they don't realize what their actions are doing to the person on the other side. Where if I said into your face, I could see if I had struck a nerve or I hurt you. Before I go there, what's another form of bullying I've noticed, and I don't think anyone's picked this up? Self-bullying. You won't believe it. In the case of social media, the like button on any social media has become a form of validation. If I post a picture of my gray beard and I get 10,000 likes, people like my beard. But if I post something and it only gets 5 or 6 likes, like, what's wrong? Why don't people like me anymore? Then you start delving into yourself and breaking yourself down. I'm not good enough. People don't like me. That type of stuff. This is something I've noticed with most kids as well. That is the thing that holds them back, is the validation they get on social media. Kids going on phones late at night and there's no parental control. Parted with this is, my daughter is 12 years old. We don't talk about suicide in the house. We don't talk about, but where she mentions something like that, because it's relevant. It's on social media. It's on TikTok. There's been how many videos of kids telling what they're going to do on social media, and they're exposed to this. And it's sort of like it's become a trend, where kids, and you would know this, our teen or youth, the suicide rate has spiked because of social media. I think, and that is what my kids or kids in general don't share what happens on their social media. They don't talk to them anymore. They don't talk to anyone, because that is my space. That is where I roam. And I think it's a dangerous platform, and it's a dangerous place for kids. But I think for parents, the most difficult phone call to get is the one saying your kid is the bully. Because when we hear the story of bullying, it's always the victim story, and I hear that. But what about the parents who gets the call and say, listen, your kid is the bully? When your kid goes out to school and they say, I don't know, this is not how I raised them. I don't know where this comes from. And again, it goes back to hurt people hurt people.
As parents and caregivers, our primary goal is to protect our children from online harm and from being cyberbullied. These are our top tips to do this. Number 1, delay getting them a device and social media for as long as possible, at least until your child has matured enough to responsibly navigate devices and the online world. Number 2, get your children's devices out of their bedrooms at night. If they say they need a torch or an alarm clock, get them one. Agree as a family that all devices go to a common charging station outside of their bedrooms at night. Check in and check up on your kids. Keep talking and mentoring them about how they speak to each other and treat each other in real life and online. Remember that good kids can make bad choices, and that your child might even be an online bully. Show them that you will support them. One of the main reasons children don't tell their parents about cyberbullying is because they don't want their parents to take away their digital devices. Check out Discovery Health's Mental Health Hub for more resources to support you and your family.